Good morning, everyone. Oh, good old hump day. I'm about to head out here, and kind of one of the whole points of this video here that I'm recording is, obviously, y'all know it's 2025. And I've been watching, obviously I have a channel, you guys view it. So let me start off right from the rip to say thank every single one of you. I personally do. I don't know every single one of you, but I'm grateful that, because I'm literally, as I'm literally recording this video, I believe I'm at 249. I couldn't be happier, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm sure obviously I could, the more that, that decides to sub up and join, the fam here, but I just want to, in general, thank all of you for being here in general. But I'm getting to the point of the video here, so again, like you guys know, it's 2025. I was watching the other day, like all of this will come together to make I guess my point of what I'm trying to make in the video itself, and to make it make sense. So it's 2025. Again, I know I've repeated myself kind of 2 to 3 times here, but my shipping container, by the way, I know you guys seen that roll by. I was watching YouTube the other day, and I'm not going to like put his name down here, because I'm not actually subscribed to the channel. I don't think I am. I might be. But my point is, I think the name of his channel is called Jack Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. It's RLP, Red Leather Podcast. The dude speaks on a whole lot of things that I understand and I get. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there that knows and understands what he gets at it as well. But he had this video, and it was sitting there talking about subscriptions for everything. And I know the irony of, like, obviously I'm sitting there talking about subscribers to a channel and such, but not to that extent, because this subscription doesn't cost you anything. I mean, you literally click on a little button that says subscribe, and if you want to put, like, to all notifications or personalize, something of that nature, you can. But as he was having this video, this lady went into whatever, I can't recall what store it was, whatever, but craziest shit I've ever heard in ways, but it also didn't surprise me. So she's sitting there talking about how she just bought a brand new printer. How many of you all out there, one, have a printer at home? 2, how many of you actually use it? I know, but I'm not saying, like, it's a difference back from the 90's to now on, certain things of that nature, but my point of it is like, she's sitting there talking about she done bought the printer, bought the ink or whatever. She was reading up on it. Before she could actually use the printer, the product that she bought, she had to subscribe to either the company that made it or something of that nature. Anybody out there, please make that shit make fucking sense. I mean, but that's not the only thing though, because like it was getting at a whole other point of, you already own said product. You shouldn't have to subscribe to any type of services in order to use your product. I think anybody out there with a brain cell would agree with me. I mean, now, I'm not saying it's any bit different, because it's not necessarily. I know that now many of you may have actually seen the video. It's a few years old. Talking about BMW. I don't know. I've never owned a BMW. I've known people that have and that do own them, but I don't know if it was on a specific model or a year or whatever.
but they put the heated seats in these Beamers. Well, come to find out, mind you, like I literally just said, I have not ever owned a BMW. I've known many people that have owned a BMW, and I know people that currently own one. But they were putting, and I know a lot of newer cars and such have, are equipped with heated seats. Well, apparently BMW decided to say, hey, you know, we already put this in the vehicle, but you're not going to be able to use your heated seats unless you pay a monthly subscription. The fuck is that? You've already either paid for the car or you're paying on the car, but you want to tell me, just to say, for example, if I own that shit, you want to sit there and tell me that I got to pay a monthly service just to heat my ass up in the winter? What kind of shit is that? So, like, the whole point with the Beamer and the printer is like, why? You already own said product. Now, granted, obviously, the car, you'll either pay cash for it, or in the long run, you'll pay payments on it, and you'll eventually own it. I know I said that with quotes because a lot of people out there, you know, do a little bit more research, and yeah, I'm not going to go down that path right now because I don't know near enough info on said situation to even necessarily speak on that. But hold on there, Kroger delivery. You guys will see them here in just a second. They're trying to edge their way out there, and you know, you got too much traffic to be coming to be pulling out and potentially destroy a bunch of people's grocery orders. But anyhow, it's just like, so why would you have to do that? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, if anybody out there that eventually watches this video, if you know of why, and please make it make sense, because like I said, even I do not own a Beamer, but make this shit make sense. If you own said product, you shouldn't have to pay any extra fees for subscriptions. Now, like, if you have like an extended warranty, we all know about the extended warranty and the phone calls. But I mean, unless you're paying on something of that nature, as far as I'm aware, in this, you know, brain of mine, you pay for the vehicle or you're paying on it, you're going to have insurance. So that's the only thing I personally think. And obviously, insurance isn't a subscription or anything by any means, but you need it to drive down the road. You know what I'm saying, though? I mean, I know I'm kind of like, bleh, kind of, you know, I'm trying to make sense of things, but some things, and this whole brain here just doesn't. And yes, I gotta fucking shave my head off. It's fucking horrible. Anyway, so kind of between the printer and the Beamer is kind of the whole point I'm getting to. So mind you, right now, literally, I'm actually headed to a CVS to use the ATM to get some cash out, because as anybody that watches my videos know, I'm a full-time dasher. So I work for me whenever the fuck I want. That's kind of the great thing about doing such. Of course, I don't have to worry about asking for time off or vacation, because, well, if I want to do it, I just simply do it. So I'm headed down here to CVS, which will probably, before I wrap the video up, be chilling in the parking lot so I can wrap the video up. So I'm headed down here to actually literally get $15. I was on Facebook Marketplace, which anybody's got an eyes and brain know that, you know, Facebook is a thing and Marketplace is a thing. It's a great thing to an extent as well. So I was looking up, because now, mind you, I have an 18-year-old daughter, so yes, she's in the millennial class. But the thing I absolutely, well, of course I love her for a fucking multitude of reasons, but even herself, she's tired of a lot of this newer shit. And cause she was even sitting there telling me one day, she's like, Dad, she's like, what if the internet or something, you know, just goes down or whatever? I'm like, you got a very valid point. If the internet goes down, and as far as I'm aware, no more Netflix, no more social media, I mean, anything that remotely revolves around having the internet is gone if said thing would happen. Which, in ways, and I definitely will not go down this other path that I'm thinking of, which I'm sure once I say it, a lot of you will kind of pick up what I'm getting at. I wouldn't be surprised in a way if it wasn't taken away from us by, you know, let's just say the people on the East Coast and a certain group of people, if you will. I'm not going to say it, but I think that you guys are, you know, have enough sense to pick up what I'm saying, because I mean, they love to take anything else that they want to away from you. But my point to that is, so say if, you know, the internet is gone, there goes your streaming services. Hell, even for myself, gaming wise, because obviously you guys know on the channel I stream almost every single night. Gone, if that were to be the case. And she's like, well, Dad, she's like, if all that, you got to think about it. She's like, you know, back to where, now I didn't say like an EMP, because of course an EMP, you know, what's it, electromagnetic pulse that knocks out obviously the electricity. I don't know if anything of that nature would honestly ever take place, but you know, it's furthering my point of what I'm getting at here, and from what she had actually mentioned to me. Yes, we're at CVS. I'm just gonna continue on with this and then go in here and get this money for this DVD or Blu-ray. I wanted to, let me turn the music down here, because yeah, I'm not trying to have YouTube yeah, excuse me, copyright me, even though that they've only, it's weird, I'm not trying to like go too far left field here on this, but it's funny, like whenever me and the kiddo went to Vegas, yes, we drove through, there's also videos on the channel to show that, of course drove there and drove back, and so I was even in person, I don't even know why I'm doing quotes, because I was there, and so was she. So whenever I like actually post like live videos of the concert, I got copyrighted. Not on every single one of them, but a few of them I did. But that's when I was like, oh yeah, and like one night whenever we got snow, I was literally doing donuts in a parking lot listening to Sublime. I think the name of the song is What I Got or whatever. YouTube actually put it on the bottom of the video. I even said in the video, like, YouTube, I don't care, like, if you copyright me or whatever, I was having fun doing donuts. They didn't. They actually put it on the bottom. I don't even know how to do that, of putting the information of like what band, song, and so on and so forth. But anyhow, that's why I just no, because this could be a long video and I don't want it being copyrighted and so on and so forth. So, but she was sitting there talking about, she's like, you know, she's like, VHS. Now, I mean, obviously that's back from my childhood. And then like DVD and Blu-ray. She's like, you don't have to have a subscription in order to watch those. I'm like, you couldn't be more valid and, you know, more, you know, excuse me, more correct on that. Excuse me. So, she has been, we've been doing a whole lot of thrifting here lately, and, and she's been loading up on VHS tapes and DVDs and Blu-rays. Something like inside me just, it's fucking awesome. I love the factor of knowing that I have a millennial child, and I mean, any of you out there, or if you're even a millennial yourself watching this, I'm sure that between your parents and just you being on the internet, so on and so forth, you can see to an extent of yes, I'm kind of like highlighting my generation as I am a Gen X. But you can see how much vast differences are between just the 90s alone and then the 2000s to, I mean, we're in 2025 now. We're literally or if you really think about it, we're already a quarter of a way into the 2000s. Because, of course, once it, you know how to do that simple math, unless my brain's not working or my brain's not mathing. But you can just see like the biggest differences. I even seen this video this morning, and it's like, you know, I am actually a generation that I think actually one of the last generations that's still around that knew life before all the social media and all this shit. Don't get me wrong, it is great to an extent. Now, personally on my end, I love the factor of having the internet, social media solely for this, because I never thought, now mind you, I'm not monetized or anything else just yet. We're at literally 249 subs at this moment. As far as I'm aware, I at least need 500 and so many watch time hours before I can actually make a penny off of here. That'll come. I'm not sweating or stressing that. And obviously, if you guys want to do that whole mumbo jumbo that people ask you to do, either throughout the video or at the end of it, go for it. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm not going to sit there and stress you guys about doing so. If you want to, go for it. If not, I appreciate the views, because it literally any and everything on the channel, it all helps. But yeah, just a whole point of seeing the difference that, say, like my generation, there was practically nothing that we wouldn't do, and we have fun with it, because you don't have any recorded evidence of shit that we done. Now, don't get me wrong, and I'm not hating on this new generation, because there's a shit ton of things that I do nowadays that I record. Whether it's a video like this of explaining of how basically me and the kiddos kind of wanting to, I mean, obviously continue on living life, but some things we're wanting to rewind back to the 90s, because she even knows, obviously she wasn't born in the 90s or anything, but she sees of how much of a difference it was from the 90s to now. So hence why she's been stocking up on VHS, DVDs, and Blu-rays. And that's why I told her, I was like, times were, like, across the board, times were so much more simpler. And if anybody is, just say, for example, if anybody's at least in their 40s, I just hit 44 at the end of this, or in December. Excuse me. But you guys, I mean, you see so much difference between then and now, and it makes me actually very happy of knowing that she's doing things of that nature, because, you know, shit, I don't even pay for Netflix anymore, because you gotta think about it. Well, technically, I was just about to say, if the electric goes out, you can't watch it, but there's a lot of things you can't do without electricity. But like she was sitting there saying, like, if anything would happen to the internet or anything else of that nature, all that shit's gone. I mean, you don't have to worry about the internet with VHSs, DVDs, and Blu-rays. Now, I know that there's fancier Blu-rays and such that I think that you can stream movies through or something like that. Now, I'm pretty certain of a half-working brain cell up here that you need the internet in order to do any type of streaming services. I could be wrong, but I do not think that I am. Well, she's really got me into it. Now, I technically, myself, I have not went back and got any VHS tapes. I'm not, like... Excuse me, guys. Man, my sleep schedule's all out of whack. I didn't go to bed till like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock this morning, and I'm up and about to go dash. But it's just... Oh yeah, I don't have anything against VHS tapes by any means, because believe me, I've had a freaking boatload of them. But I just like the factor that we're both actually doing, because we go thrifting quite a bit, and I've just noticed it, because like I've been stacking up way more DVDs and Blu-rays than what I used to have before. Now, mind you, because I even told her one time I went, and of course this was back in the 90s, I think, no, that was like the very early 2000s, because it was after I graduated high school. I went to a pawn shop, which I'm sure many of you know what those are, or have one, you know, close to you. Excuse me. Apologies for yawning. I don't mean to do that.
I'm not trying to pause the video either, just to yawn, because, yeah. But I went to a pawn shop and I dropped 80 bucks. You know, usually 80 bucks in a pawn shop, you're usually either getting something nice or a decent quality of things. I think I got literally like almost like two U-Haul boxes, like those standardized boxes. I'm sure you guys have seen them, or just like a box in general that's bigger than a shoebox. And I filled two of those bad boys up with at least two rows, like a whole bottom row, then of course a row stacking up on top for 80 bucks. That was between DVDs and Blu-rays. Dude, I'm telling you, I had like 2 racks at home filled with movies. I was good to go. I mean, I could literally watch a new movie, maybe not every single night of the year, but I'd say I probably had close to about 200 movies. So most, I think, besides leap year, that each year is 365 days, last time I checked. So yeah, point to that is, like, I literally could watch like a new movie almost every single day of the entire year and not watch a movie repeated. Almost. Excuse me. But yeah, I know in a way I'm kind of dragging it out, but I think that you guys get the moral of my point. So like I said, obviously I've stopped here for a couple of minutes. I'm at CVS, so I can go in here and get this money. I gotta text this lady back to let her know that I'm coming to pick it up. But it's your basic ass Sony simple Blu-ray player. But the reason why I obviously went for the Blu-ray player, as any of y'all out there know, in general, you know, between DVD and Blu-ray, well, Blu-ray can play both, DVD cannot. So I'm like, dude, it's 2025 for 15 bucks for, I mean, it's a brand new, I mean, at least in the pictures it looks brand new. And from what the lady said, like, I don't know if she either won it or whatever, but it doesn't have the box. But from seeing the picture, it looks literally like she just simply pulled it out of the box. It's clean. I don't even see a freaking, from the pictures, I don't even see a speck of dust or dirt on this thing. Got the remote, all that. Now, granted, on the other end, like anybody knows, you go buy something, special electronics off of Facebook Marketplace, that, you know, use this and have them, hey, at least can you send me a picture or a video of it working on the TV? But at the end of the day, it's 15 bucks. I mean, it looks crispy, everything else, so it's like, I'm not sweating. I mean, now, if it doesn't work, yes, I'm out 15 bucks. That's on me. But I highly doubt it. So yeah, I'm gonna go in here and get this. And that's just kind of what I'm getting at to, like, tell you guys. So, like, even like down the road here, I know you guys have seen some of the videos and know that, you know, here within, I'm hoping less than 2 years. It may be at 2 years, but you guys know I've been wanting to live the nomad lifestyle for 20 plus years. And now, like, I hate being in debation with myself and even kind of like arguing, if you will, with my own self, because I've been stuck between. Now, if you guys want to look it up, by all means, go for it. You don't have to, but if you're curious, go for it. It's a Coleman 17R. That would be literally just perfect for me, because it's kind of like an efficiency apartment on wheels, so I can literally take my home, or to an extent, I can take my home wherever I want. So I either want one of those. I was sitting there thinking about a schoolie, but like, I've literally been just like thinking and doing research and homework on the factor of like, well, let me not get on into that, because that's a completely other subject, a whole other video. But my point, either I want to do either the camper, a schoolie, or convert a U-Haul. Either one of the three, I know I can live in either one of them. It's just a point of what one do I want, what's going to be better financially for myself. And because, like, in the long run, I'm literally going to I plan on visiting every single state. And now it may not be like every single campground or every single town, but just in the general gist of things, I want to visit every single state. that I have not been to just yet. Now, of course, I have been to a few states, and even like when we drove over to Vegas. Now, granted, we just drove through, so we didn't stop and like visit besides like rest stops and things of that nature. But that's not no. But you can tell I haven't slept for crap. I'm so sorry for all the yawning. But yeah, I just feel like in a way, like kind of in ways like we're like resetting ourselves, going back to the 90s, because I know, like, with it being in 2025, yes, there's a lot of good things out there in this world, but there's also a lot of really shitty things out there in this world. And just of the factor that, because she's even told me, she's like, I think I was born in the wrong generation. Everybody has those thoughts, at least I think. I personally think I was born in the wrong generation. I don't mind being a Gen X by any means, but dude, I love me some fucking 60s. Everything about, I guess, the cool things. I'm sure that there were some really fucked up times back in the 60s, but obviously I was not there. But especially for the fucking music. Ugh. Dude, I don't have any fucking chapstick in here. Anyhow. So yeah, that's the whole point of basically making this video, is to tell you guys, once it's all said and done and I moved out and everything, say if it is the camper that I end up fucking buying and living in, like I said, you guys can look it up. It's literally like an efficiency apartment on wheels. I don't have to worry about going to the fucking gym to take a shower. It's literally got a fucking bathroom built in. It's got a kitchen built in, so I don't have to worry about, granted, if I ever want to take like a Coleman propane grill or something outside by like a fire pit, or depending on where I'm at, I can do that. But it literally has everything on board that I think that I could use, because like even like back in the bathroom, you got a full-blown on-out shower, you have a toilet, and you have, I know most of y'all know what an armoire is, if I'm even pronunciating that correctly. But like right there's like my closet in my bathroom. How much better can you get? You're in a camper, you get it out of the shower. Granted, there's like 2 windows in it. I would probably have them covered, because unless it's like during the day and I want some sunlight, coming through to give me natural daylight, I want to have them covered because that gives me privacy. Not to get, gross or into detail by any means, but it's like, if your boys want to, if I get a shower and shit, and if I want to hop out, and if I want to basically streak throughout my fucking home, I can, and I don't have to worry about people looking in my windows and, seeing the birthday suit walking about. So, but also with that, it's like, if I take a shower, I can walk about, air dry if I want to, or dry off with a towel. But boom, right there in my bathroom is my closet, with obviously clothing, and of course with it being in a camper, obviously it's a lot smaller than your apartment or your house, but I can have all of my bathroom necessities right there. Now I know up underneath the bed is also storage, but with it being just myself, it's not gonna, I don't need much, like literally at all. I think my top 2 biggest things that aren't necessarily your necessities with camping. Excuse me, I am so sorry. I also want to, as I stream now, I want to stream in my camper, so I'm like kind of like a nomad. I will be a nomad, but also will be a traveling gamer, so I can have and let my channel grow on like both ends. I've kind of thought about doing the whole 2-channel thing, but the first channel, I haven't even built this up a whole lot. Like I said at the very beginning, I am grateful for everybody that has subbed up, and every one of you that has ever commented and all that. I appreciate that. Whether it's a good or bad comment, I appreciate it, because for one, it shows that my videos are getting out there. My streams are getting out there. But that would be like my only thing that technically most people don't have when they're camping, is a TV and the internet. But as myself, like I said, I'll be still dashing when I'm doing this, because, and I'm not trying to discredit myself, if you will, but I'm not holding my breath to the factor within like the next, say, 2 years. that I even make a penny off of YouTube. I may never, and I might just end up continuing to make videos just to entertain myself and entertain you guys, and to have, I mean, I've even gotten people to where I've literally played video games with my subs. I love that. But that would be the only two things I could sit there and think that would be not your norm to have in your camper and such, which, I mean, I'm on Facebook and even, of course, YouTube, and see that I'm not the only one that would be literally a traveling gamer. That's fucking awesome in my book. Hi. Sorry, kind of got distracted there. But yeah. So anyways, before I like go off in left field or have a squirrel moment, yeah, that's the whole point of the video, is like, we're both kind of wanting to move like back to the 90s. Not full on, but a great majority of it. And because it was just like, if anybody and everybody, I can't say if anybody and everybody, for those of you that have lived through the 90s, you know as well as I do, so much, I personally think, so much better and easier times than what it is now. I mean, fuck, you can't even go to Wendy's, and I mean, I know, just using it as an example, but you can't even go to Wendy's hardly with after taxes and everything and get a meal for one person for under $12. I could be wrong. I mean, there's other states and such that, you know, you guys have different prices than what we do, but here in Ohio, hell, I was even like one night, now I'm gonna kind of slightly go left field on this, but not like full on. It's literally within the same point. Excuse me. Me and the kiddo was actually traveling to go drop her boyfriend off in Indiana. I got 3 meals. Now, mind you, like, mine was like the spicy ghost pepper chicken sandwich. I think they got some type of a burger apiece. And I think I got, all 3 of us, a large. $40 fucking dollars, yo. 40. For some fucking fast food Wendy's. Please bring back the 90s. I mean, shit. That's fucking horrible. That's like paying $10 for an extra person that was not even there. $40, y'all, for fucking 3 meals. Now, granted, it was chicken, so that right there off the rip is, you know, even more expensive. So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I just kind of want to, like, in ways of going back to the 90s, because it's just, I know I can't bring them back, but having as much as the 90s in my lifestyle can kind of make it better, if you will. I mean, obviously you're not going to stop time, and it goes on, but you can have the mindset and things around you to make you feel comfortable and to make you feel, I guess, if you will, to living in a certain time period. You don't have to be, you know, up with the Joneses and having all your new shit and everything else. And I mean, that's the great thing too, is like, now I am thankful, very much thankful. The wheels that I'm literally rolling right now, they were given to me. I am above and beyond grateful for that, because that right there, no car payment. Do I ever want a car payment? I've had one before. Do I want one now? Yeah, no. I am good. If something ever happened to this, I would probably go to an even older vehicle. This is an 06. I don't want no part. Honestly, I don't want no part of any type of payment for a vehicle. And even say if I go with the camper, I want to pay that shit straight outright. So basically the only thing literally on a monthly and or a yearly basis that I even need to remotely pay for, well, of course, gas in the vehicle is going to be probably a weekly thing, but insurance. I only want to be able to have to pay for fucking insurance for, say, like example, if the camper, pay for a fucking year of insurance on it, pay for my car for insurance on it for the year. That way, boom, they're both done. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you get discounted rates for paying in full for a year. So, yeah, homeboy does not want any kind of fucking payments. So, I want to live my life as cheaply and as freely as it is possible. And any of you out there can do so. You just have to want it.
And I know a lot of people are like, well, I got a family. That does not matter. I've seen plenty of videos. Now, granted, it's just videos. You don't see what goes on behind the phone and all that, you know, with, you know, recording and all that. But I've literally seen people between living 4 to 5 people in a school bus. Granted, it's the full size bus. It's not like a, you know, a short bus. Like I was like, if I would do the schoolie, I would do like probably like a 5 to 6 window, because I don't need all that much room. But they've done it. They've lived in them. They've bought RVs and lived in them. I mean, that shit gets a little expensive, but you can do it. And like, your house can be damn near anywhere you want it to be at. And that's what I'm saying, is like, I want to be able to travel. I mean, my travel expenses will be still obviously slightly costly, but of the factor of, I mean, how many times can you actually wake up looking out your window and you just like see the forest, you know, or like hearing wildlife? Granted, a lot of places, like, yeah, you can wake up in the morning hearing birds chirping and such, but that's just one thing I want to do. I want to be able to wake up in the morning, kind of walk outside. You still have like the campfire simmering down from, you know, it burning all night, hearing the birds chirping, and just thinking about that just brings absolute happiness to me. But anyways, I think that a couple things I may have went left field on, but in the general gist of things, I think you guys actually get and understand where I'm getting at. So I'm going to pop off here. Thank you so very much for sticking around and watching and listening to me babble on. I'm going to go in here and get this $15. I'm going to go get this Blu-ray player. I'm going to get some dashes on. Go get the kiddo, take her to work, continue the dash, and then afterwards go pick her up from work. And then once she gets off from work, I'm done working for the day myself, and then we'll be back to streaming later on tonight. For all those that do watch the streams, thank you very, very, very much. I've been noticing my numbers are going up, and I am above and beyond grateful for that. And even like, if you guys want to watch, like, obviously you don't have to comment or anything, but I love having communication with people that watch the streams. I've even had people commenting saying, hey, I can help you on this or that. If you guys can do things of that nature, please feel free. Drop those gamer tags in the comment section. And if there is certain things that I do need help with, I would be more than happy to party up with you or multiples of you in order to do certain things in video games. I have zero issues with doing so. I would absolutely love to do so, because that's also another thing. I want to not only put out videos here for you guys and different types of content, but like, if I can literally interact with, I don't know if you call it, like, you know, your YouTube family or whatever you want to call it, but, or my community, if you will. I love interacting with you guys, whether you guys leave a comment on this. I literally check my YouTube studios easily 10 to 15 times a day, just so I can keep up with, no, it's not like it's like, you know, a highway where I got like, you know, bumper to bumper traffic where I'm like overloaded with comments. But the point of it is, now, and even say like 2 years down the road, say if I got like 2,000 subs, I don't give a shit. I will take a day. I mean, if it gets to that point and there's a whole bunch of comments, I will take a day or a couple hours to the side, and I that's just one thing I want to be able to do. And I know I can, because you just got to take the time in order to do it. But I will reply to each and every single one of you, whether it's a negative comment coming, you know, from you, or a positive comment coming from you. I will give you, at least, because you're taking the time out of your day to come in and watch my content or to watch me game. So if you're giving me literally the time of day on your end to watch these videos or to watch me stream a video game, then to me personally, it's my duty to take that extra time out of the day to reply to your comment, because you did not have to watch a video. You did not have to like it. You didn't, any of that. You don't have to do it, but you guys do, and I am above and beyond grateful for it.
So when you take that few extra, moments to leave a comment, I'll reply. That's one thing I enjoy, because I've commented, now granted everybody is different. I totally understand that. And I mean, I've commented on people where they've got like 500,000 subs. They probably get comments. I mean, you can of course see the comment thread, like thousands of comments, but it's like, you would not be there where you're at today if it wasn't for those thousands of people that sub to your channel. Or hell, you don't even have to sub. You comment it, you've liked, you shared, or whatever. But like, obviously every single bit of that it counts. It helps. But my point of that is just like, you're not going to be where you're at, especially in this platform here, if it wasn't for people that watch your videos, watch your streams, comment, hell, people even like have conversations amongst themselves within the comment section. And I haven't necessarily, well, I can't say that I haven't had it, because I actually had before. But then again, I'm still just a small YouTuber. I mean, I'm just I think it, like I said earlier in the video, like 249. So I'm technically a sub away from being halfway to 500, obvious math, to being able to be monetized. But the thing is, I had to have the watch time hours up as well before any of that takes place. So that's another thing I'm kind of working on. Like, I do greatly appreciate, like, literally everything. You guys sit there and you tune in, like, you had the notifications turned on, you guys watch the full video. Even if you guys turn the video on and if I start to bore you or anything else, throw your fucking phone to the side, just let it play out. You don't even have to watch the rest of the video. I mean, not trying to sound like a butthead by any means, but it's like literally the entire time that you just let the video play, it counts into the watch time hours, and I greatly appreciate that. Now, granted, of course, you have the shorts on there. Some of them are not even, they're like literally a few seconds. I think I have a few shorts that literally push that minute mark. But every single thing, it all counts, and I couldn't explain to you guys of how grateful I am for all that. But yes, with that being said, I know I just sit here and said a few minutes ago, and I ran this video way longer than I thought I was going to, but fuck it, I don't care. You guys are here to watch me, so thank you again. I'm going to go in here and get this money and contact this lady so I can go and get this Blu-ray player, go make me some money, and continue on throughout my day. And also, obviously, of course, you guys will get shorts throughout the day and everything else, just like your typical dashing day. But yeah, with that being said, you guys have a fantastic day. Weekend's only 2 days away. I am gratefully appreciative of you guys stopping by, watching the videos, and doing what you do with them. So thank you very much. Have a spectacular and amazing day, and we'll see you later.